Welcome to Port City Uncensored. This week brought to you by BarkBox, a monthly surprise box of toys, treats, and unleashed joy for your dog. And now, let's kick this mother into gear.
Greetings. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Port City Uncensored. Coming to you live from Midtown Stockton from the Batcave here. If you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook, or X, hit the like button. Hey, Scotty, what's going on?
I am doing great today. I'm actually quite inspired by everyone starting their own podcast. Hey, Alex, my boy, I'm going to make my own podcast, and you're all invited. So,
All
yeah,
right.
we're getting the ball rolling. That's the future, baby. It's going to be self-produced media. Yeah.
All right, everyone. So, Scotty's going to be looking
Do you
to
have a
kick
name?
off.
Do you have a name for it?
I do. It's called Obscura, but with an X.
Obscure.
Because the word obscura is Latin for obscure because it's like a foreign darkness. I'm kind of like into cybersecurity and like mysteries and like horror movies and like the more suspicious aspects of life. That makes sense. I'm not a fucking Disney movie. I'm like a Quentin Tarantino movie. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Kind of.
Think Kill Bill meets the Django meets Undead Hollywood.
It'll add to the already sunshine and roses outlook of our show here.
Oh yeah. Family friendly. Bring the kids.
Yeah.
Definitely PG-13. Definitely, totally, 100%.
All right. Well, the list of people you send the link to, make sure you keep it confidential.
Gotcha.
All right, Alex joining us, and we should have a few more people joining us here shortly. And okay, for folks joining us, I want to give a shout out to our friends in Manteca, Tracy, Lodi, Bay Area, points around here. Also, shout out to some friends that we have on the East Coast that have been watching us, particularly in the Carolinas and Florida regions. So, we are spreading nationwide. And let me...
They're going to hear about you in India, Jack.
Hopefully, we got
Raiders, they suck.
We got a comment here coming in right away from Billy. Let's
Cowboys,
go
okay.
Niners. All right. Well,
the one nice thing about San Francisco.
It's not even in San Francisco, man. It's in Santa Clara.
Oh, really? The Niners are in Santa Clara? I thought they were in San Francisco.
Yeah.
No, they moved like 10, 12 years ago.
Wait, why do they call them the San Francisco 49ers? They call them the Santa Clara? Oh, that's oh wow. Shit, I'm old.
We don't ask for answers we don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this in a horror movie, Jack. Some questions don't got good enough answers.
Right. Well, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge, and I got to pull up a screen share here, acknowledge some comments that came in on YouTube from our last show. And let me add this here. And I'll pull this up here. From Mike AF. Mike as fuck, maybe. Democrats, thank you for your soft on crime policies. You created these gangs with your policies. Let inmates out early. Don't prosecute teens. Allow shoplifting. Allow drug uses in public. The list goes on. Hey. And from Joe Torres, who's a regular viewer. Shua, I knew we were from the same era. Jack, I agree about not surprising. watching late. Love all the feedback. If only the people who need to hear this listened. Okay, and another one from Mike. Thank you, Black Lives Matter, for making our community safe with all your millions of dollars in donated money. You won't even show your face. I guess it has to be police, black incidents, not black on black. What a sham organization. Oh, by the way, their executive director was just indicted on fraud. So, yeah, and I believe that's a breaking story somewhat. So you might want to keep an eye on that. Another one from Joe. Gangs have been around here forever. My generation is the 80s, and I remember what went on then. And the 90s, nothing new, just worse now. They have no regard for life. That's kind of what we were talking about last week. You know, the mentality of these folks that are doing all the wicked stuff on the streets. Another comment. Contract. BS. I guess he's talking about the police contract, which our police still don't have one. All BS. Exactly. They all lied to get votes. King NPV shooting innocent children isn't ridiculous. It's pure evil. All right.
Here. Say that again, bruh. Fucking true evil, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And then crime is all year round. Sad reality. I'm not a holiday person. It's commercialized and overrated. Alrighty. Well, yeah. Again, some feedback from our YouTube listeners, and yeah. So that being said, we take a dive into our
It start with the clergy, because the clergy's kids was in there. From all international faiths. Hear me now, Khmer family. Go and speak to your ancestors and incense the place. They expect it of you. It was not done. And the spirit cannot get back to the home. Ritual is happening in the home, but the spirit need to get back to the home that was there, that died there. And you know what I'm talking about. Cambodian family, you know what we need. Justice is what we need. You bring in the family members. The question is, who sent the shooter? Who sent the shooter? Stop getting distracted by politics.
God, I'm still alive in this thing. I'm shocked and amazed that you didn't start with at least 30 seconds of remembrance for the people. For every man's death diminishes me, for I'm involved in man's kind. Oh, my Lord of mercy. Where have the leaders been?
Why are we not doing more? Our kids walk literally every single day, drugs, dead animals, everything that happens. I mean, people actually selling themselves to school. Our kids deserve better, because if they don't, Saturday is going to happen again. We all know it.
Say the least. And unless his podcast audience is 100% illegal aliens, I call them invading
Point
aliens.
of order, is the conversation...
Port of order.
Excuse me.
Point of order.
Public gets to.
I understand, but my understanding...
Of my time?
We're not.
I'm at a minute and 15 seconds.
I said point of order, so you have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, well, you do it.
Hold on,
Last time I
sir,
spoke, you
hold on,
walked
hold
out,
on
so
a
what do you
second.
care?
Mr. Tapoya, so what is
here's
your
the point of order. You just read decorum rules that you're enforcing. It's my hope that we're enforcing them consistently. Personal attacks, my dead brother, my podcast, all that has nothing to do with the matters of the business we're here to talk. So let's stay focused.
brought up before? We can censor that then.
No, I think that, again, look at your rules, and if there's a violation of any of the rules that you wrote out, offensive, personal attacks, things like that, You make a judgment call as the presiding officer, and then you follow your rule accordingly.
So am I out of line?
Mr. Tafoya, if you could please refrain
Okay,
from...
I will. I
that.
apologize.
The division on this dais makes our city weaker each passing day. We should be able to look to all of you for guidance.
Bigger deal. The youth center, $58 million lost. What's the plan? What's next?
So, the 2024 San Joaquin County Grand Jury Report, City of Stockton, Crisis in Government, made it absolutely clear, 100% clear, that city council members must stop enabling 209 times to interfere with city government through their continued association and support of individuals associated with 209.
Community partnerships. No family deserves to suffer the devastating consequences of our ongoing gun violence epidemic that my family, and now the families of 17 more of our community members, know all too well. Thank you.
I just want to pause it there for a sec. So, this was kind of the vibe that was going on the other night at the meeting. And on one hand, we have the reactions to the mass shooting, okay? And we also have the references to the, and we're going to see more of this, but the references to the ongoing turmoil, chaos, whatever you want to call it, amongst the city council. In particular, the issues with Jason Lee, the obvious division that we have now in the 4-3 voting block, the girls against the guys, and we saw this in a couple of votes, when they were taking care of business, and this is kind of what's played out, what's been playing out, and the public comments, I believe, went on for well over an hour. So this is kind of like the condensed, Reader's Digest version of it, and there's still, a lot of meat on the bones. So we will continue here.
David Sings. And I'm sorry to report that this incident is not unique to Stockton or our country. Death by gun violence is the #1 killer of children in our country. 8
times. And yet, on what should have been the saddest and toughest week to be mayor of Stockton since 1989, Christina Fugazi dropped everything and rearranged her schedule to meet with a Z-list candidate for governor at the beck and call of Moteca made-up name Sanchez. How do we know? He told us so. Here it is. He told us so. Rearranged her schedule just to meet with somebody, nobody.
I want to address the tasteless act that I saw our city perform the last weekend. I was skimming through Facebook when I came across Councilmember Padilla to do a live broadcast of the tree lighting and saying, "Come down, we have kids and families all coming down." I was devastated. I'm sorry. When I heard the news, it just kind of said another killing. When those children's faces were posted, it effed me up because now it was a reality.
During the blunt of, I want to end to this pointless bickering that has not moved our city in a positive direction. The citizens of Stockton deserve a council that uses their time and our tax dollars to find actual solutions and not on ad hoc committees and investigating each other. We already doesn't help crime either. So I would like to put an end to the name calling and the fighting that has not helped any of our citizens, and to just realize that children in our city are dying. They have been dying ever since I was a child here, and it's not going to get better unless we at least
Sideshows. I was recently in a meeting, a police meeting. A lot of people know who are doing them. A lot of people are afraid of telling you and the police officers who are doing them. Why not actually support your people and go into the neighborhoods and actually tell them it's okay? And give
city staff. When was Stockton's last call-in? When was the last custom notification for our most high-risk folks delivered? How often are we completing shooting reviews as they take place in our city? When was the last problem analysis conducted? And has OVP's caseload been audited to ensure that we are currently and continuing to engage those most at high risk? And lastly,
the mayor is supposed to be guarding the hen house. But not only did she let the coyote in, she posed for a picture with him. Again, but this time in City Hall. Now, why is this a problem? Besides the mayor wasting time in a crisis for a photo op with someone who's got as good a chance of being governor as I do, it put her stamp on 209 Times. Adding Rossum, his perceived clout enhances his value as a political consultant, using 209 Times to talk up unqualified clients and trash worthwhile opponents. 209 Times needs that appearance of influence and control to thrive, and you gave it to him.
One wanted to do Zumba with Jason. All of a sudden, Jason's the bad guy. Why did that happen? That we didn't get what we wanted from Jason? So now we decide to talk about Jason? Jason is the best thing that happened to South Stockton since I've lived here all my life. I'm
R.C. Thompson. I'm coming as myself this afternoon. This evening, I have a speech, but I'm going to say this. There's decorum on both sides, and it was disrespected. Our dignity and our integrity, we hadn't even picked up our babies from the coroner's office yet. That was my family in there also. And there were 3 generations of social justice leaders in that room too. And their families are crying out. Dignity will be had. We will bury our babies with dignity. The crime scene thrown all over the place. It sent chills. And I got phone calls after phone calls after phone calls. As a trauma advocate, we will have dignity for the dead. We will have dignity for our babies first. I speak with sacred rage. You know, I go in love, always. And I'm gonna say this. The mediation, the remediation, and the trauma and the generational trauma starts with the daddies, just like what he did.
Really look at yourselves and question, are we doing this for the betterment of my kids and that generation, or are we doing it for points right now? Because what you need to be doing is looking at the data. Focused deterrence works. It does. Working with nonprofits that have a playbook in the events of mass shootings that currently exist here in the city of Stockton works. You just have to lead and ask. It's not that difficult. We don't expect you to have all the ideas, but we expect you to be receptive to them.
And effectiveness. What are all these cameras benefiting now when ain't nobody been worrying until now? I read an article lately that said concerns raised about Stockton venue weeks before the mass shooting on November the 5th, 2025. A complaint was made about the operating venue there without proper permits. Did the county go there?
And so now here we are. We're bringing this, I've been here before on the same issues, you know, and what are we doing about it? What have we done? Nothing. And we need to not fight with each other. we read the papers, we see them. You know, you guys are witch hunting up there, taking down the Unified School District woman. I don't even know the gentleman, but from the time he's come in, he's been working for the city, trying to end all this mess. You know what I mean?
Medical systems. And it will stop.
Thank you.
The gangster
Thank you.
will stop.
Thank you.
And you will bring through.
Thank you. Okay. This is your warning.
You will bring through.
Please ask her to leave. Please ask her to leave. Please ask.
This was just one of the stoppages.
The fully staffed
OVP, how this happened in a county pocket. How many times have we talked about the fact that the county pockets have a way slower response time than the city? Do you think this would have happened in the county pocket of Lincoln Village? In the county pocket of Country Club? No. This happened in a county pocket, should be annexed by the city, but that's another story.
Okay. I was recently in Miami, and while I was speaking with a group of folk about where I'm from, the most notable thing that was brought up was, I guess, a viral video that had come from one of these meetings. And that was the first thing that was brought to my attention. And
30 people, and has a history of racist profiling against people that look black or brown or look like whatever they might think. And we know that the killing of Rocco Robinson was a targeted racist murder. And we're here to demand that the people who have the power to put these officers behind bars do so, because they should be charged with murder. They should be charged with murder for shooting Rocco 16 times in the back while he was running. Demand justice for Rocco Robinson. To demand that the killer cops, Kyle Ribera and Ruben Rion, be sent to prison for the murder of Rocco Robinson.
My son was shot and killed on September 9th this year, and Rocco was a kind young kid. He was not a gang member, and he was shot and killed in front of friends, families, including numerous.
At the very least, justice for Rocco.
Justice for Rocco Robinson.
And jail killer cops.
Jail those killer cops.
And all y'all know who they are. Stop fucking protecting him. 16 times he was shot in the back while he was running away.
Come on, come on.
Jail killer cops.
Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops. Jail.
Take a recess. We would love to continue with public participation in our meeting. However, we cannot have another outburst like that. If there is another one by anyone or group, then we will clear council chambers, and then we will.
And you guys want to sit in here, Mayor, and play a video about your vice mayor making everybody look foolish, okay, including yourself, mainly yourself. We made national television. Do you know how much of an embarrassment that is? Like, you guys are an embarrassment to this city of Stockton. The only decent person that's on this city council is Jason Lee, because he'll actually tell you how it is and call you guys out.
Reality of the matter is, someone in your position that has no political background.
Comments to you, please.
Thank you. Can you cite where in the policy?
I don't need to cite in the policy what that
But
the people. Hold on, Mayor.
he
Your
is-
own rules
excuse
is that
me,
people of the
I-
public don't.
This ain't your time to talk.
Mr. Lee, this is your warning.
But do they
This
invite-
is your
do they
this
address
is your warning. I'm
individuals?
trying to respond to you. This
Okay.
is your warning.
Point of order. Point of order.
Okay.
Jason, why aren't you smiling?
And I'm gonna let you know.
Thank you.
So it says here, the mayor has the affirmative duty to maintain order. This person is not acting out of order. They're not uttering.
Rules of order require you to ask me what my point of order is.
I heard you say it.
No, I didn't get to say it because you started reading your notes. Can I say it?
Excuse me. Well, we can clear the room. If you want to clear the room, we can clear the room.
Jason.
The audience cannot be participating in this discussion between the vice mayor and myself.
So there's a point of order. And the point of order is they can say whatever they want. They just need to direct it through the chair. That's my point of order.
Well, we need to add that then, because I read through and that piece isn't on there, so we can add that to it. We'll have to do that at a future meeting. Sorry, continue.
But we do need our image to be reflected in a more professional and gubernatorial manner, as people are seeing us all over the country. And I do go around the country, and I do hear from all over the country. And I hate hearing what the hell is going on in Stockton. I hate.
Investigation period. This raises serious concerns for us about delays, oversight, and whether my brother's case is receiving the urgent attention it deserves. This also leads us to believe that our city simply needs to hire more detectives, because no family should have to worry about the lack of staff and standing in the way of the justice. We fully recognize that investigation takes time. We understand that officers and detectives have families and responsibilities of their own, but every day without progress is another day without justice for Adam.
Alexis pretty much said a lot for our family, but I would just like to ask that, aside from all of the turmoil that goes on amongst yourselves, that you focus on what the city needs. We need more officers. We need more detectives. Our kids are being murdered every day, and this is unacceptable.
With rules. Crime pays. They're not trying to get rid of the crimes or the causes. People create nonprofit organizations to sell us off piece by piece. Be ready to get in the ring when people realize they can profit from the pain of black and brown people. We are all
surroundings. And I think that the kids in this generation, instead of listening to the rap music, and they brainwash our kids to be, wanting to carry the guns and wanting to be violent and just not be productive members of society, just to put them out there to clean up our streets and make our streets better and safer for our kids. My kids don't even go outside. They don't play in the neighborhood where we live.
You don't get to use an I statement if you're only here for the good. You don't get to use an I statement when you put your face on TV to say, I called, I felt, I did. We are the city of Stockton. We are a community.
Let's get this done. A campaign transparency ordinance like they have in San Francisco for candidates and political consultants. Cut this cycle of grift and bad governance off at the root. Put it up for a vote in public, and again, get everyone on the record. Let's see who votes for good government and who votes for furthering the rot in City Hall. Distance yourselves from Motec, please.
All right. That was Blood on the Mic. That video is, by the way, up on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's on Rumble. It's on
It's
X.
everywhere, baby. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Definitely,
Make sure Jack gets it out there, man. Remember, we got to get this out. Got to get it out there, man, because we don't want fake news spreading, don't we?
Definitely blood, a lot of passion, and for sure a lot of concern from the people of Stockton. And I hope the city council does something, because it's not right. It's not right for that to happen at a kid's birthday party. Gang-related violence and all that, and especially.
Quick question, Alex. So when they were talking about gang violence, didn't they bring up that case about that Rocco guy? If I remember correctly.
Okay,
that
yes,
dude, he
that
tried to
was
reach for a gun.
Okay, that was a separate incident that happened
On the same day.
In September.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
No, but when they went to do the commentary, that was December 9th, though, right? Like it happened a couple months ago, but like what we just saw happened on December 9th. So what I'm saying though is that I can't really understand why they're doing that when the dude pretty much was reaching for a fucking gun, right? So I'll picture this, right? So this guy's Grand Theft Auto reverse parked his car, and cops approach and say, "Why are you reverse parked? What's up, bro?" And they ask him to step out the car, show some ID, and he gets kind of jumpy. And then he just tries to book it. A gun falls out of his pocket, hits the ground. He tries to pick it back up, and he gets blasted 16 times. A fun fact, there was a spare mag, I believe, in the car that he was running away from. So I just want to point out that if you read the YouTube comments on there, people do not really give a shit. They're like, save me a couple tax dollars. But realistically, I like to get your guys' opinion on this, is that who the fuck takes time out of their day to go to a city council meeting for such a very important matter, such as a fucking kid's birthday party, get shot up, to bring up this Rocco guy who fucking tried to pick up a gun. I put like this. Why else would I pick up a gun if there's a cop chasing me than to otherwise turn around and use it? Right? Just logically thinking, right? Just think about it, boys. That is what I call suicidal empathy. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Dude,
it's
that
just
isn't Stockton. I just wanted to bring it up because that's pretty much the that dude was 19, by the way. He was
so
younger than I am
so
by a lot, actually. So
so
that's the environment.
that
What a surprise.
it's just I mean, everybody's situation is different, you know. So I mean, guy's 19, you know. I'm sure, like, you know, there's something going on in his head at the time where he thought that was, you know, a right thing to do. But like, it stems from, it really does stem from just upbringing and who you're surrounding yourself with, right? And it just goes hand in hand, right? Upbringing is a big part of it, especially where you grow up, who your parents are, and family values, right? If your parents are not good, I'm not saying the parents were, you know, I'm just generalizing, where you have, you know, depends on your parents are, if they're good, bad, you know, if they have good values, they teach you the right things. Lacking a father, even lacking a mother, that's also impactful as well. And you know, and who you surround yourself with, especially the neighborhoods, the kids you grew up with, and also the things that enticed you to grow up. Like J-Man was saying how he saw a lot of posters of these rappers and these images of people when he was a coroner, and these kids for, you know, these gang members. I'm assuming, you know, they were whatever, but like, you know, it's putting something on. I like Batman, I like Star Wars, I like the Niners, San Francisco. You know, this is just, I mean, this is just like, you know, again, for the podcast, like to show like cool stuff and posters. But I like this. I have a poster right over there. You guys can't see it. It's AC/DC. It's my favorite band. So it's things that, it's kind of like my likings I put on my wall because I
And
like
a
it.
shitty
And
mob production shirt. Don't forget to flex the
course,
merch.
of course,
Yeah,
man. I will mention it every
can't
single
forget.
time. Every single time, okay. But it's
Free
things
promotion,
like this
baby.
that I surround myself with. That my liking. Right now, picture it differently. Maybe it's anatomy, right, or it's a map. Like, you know, people are, you know, like different stuff. While some other folks, you know, they like, you know, money stuff, cool cars. That's fine as long as, you know, the people who you surround yourself with, you can then, you know, it just determines on how you act on that, right? So there are some people who surround themselves with bad people. As Nelson was saying last time, you don't have to surround yourself with that. But again, it's just the culture. It's how your upbringing is. And so for some people, they think it's okay. They think it's bad or it's good to do that to cops, or even at kids' birthday parties. That's just how it is. That's how their upbringing. And so if the council can understand that, they should look at, you know, preventative things and also police as well, because at this point it's just a safety thing, you know. Faster responding, taking care of these issues, better assistance when it comes to children, giving them more opportunities. Now there's a lot of conversation, they have to vote on it, find the funding, and there's issues like that, but the conversation should be had.
That
So
is a great way. I couldn't put it better myself, but I just wanted to include this small detail. So you're absolutely right, is that everything, the circumstances led him to this point, such as how you were led to being a Batman nerdy fan like me. So what I can't help but wonder is that what led his thought process to picking up a gun that fell out of his pocket on the ground while there were cops chasing him. You know, just yeah, you're right. Circumstances put him there. He still got himself killed though, right?
yeah,
Where they say, "Do not resist." Try to pick up a gun. That's resisting. And
and
when the
he
Yeah.
cops deal with how to resist, bang,
probably
bang,
thought
bang.
it was appropriate to do so. You know,
Yeah,
that's,
right.
there's a lot of stuff as well. Maybe, you know, it's just a video he saw. Like, again, a lot of factors are there, but again, if it happens a lot, this amount of times in a city so notorious with this issue,
Something's wrong with the city.
there's something going on with the city itself. And the
Yeah, I
people,
wonder what it could be. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. Something's wrong with the city. You know what I think? I think our city's fucking cursed. No, not some supernatural type shit. What if like it's like that one poltergeist movie from the '80s? How that those family movies, that house that was built above a fucking Native American ancient burial ground or some shit of a skull, and they wonder why the fuck they were getting haunted. What you're on a fucking burial ground, motherfucker? What do you think? So, but my point being though is that if shit like that does happen to exist, I can't help but wonder if Stockton has such a shady, dark history that goes beyond anyone's comprehension. That is the true cause why our city is just dysfunctional as fuck. While we're surrounded by other cities, I'm not saying Stockton's like the worst city. It's California. Oakland is fucking, but we're like a mini Oakland. But the point being is that I'm not in Oakland, and I hate the fact that Stockton's always up there with Oakland every year, baby. Think about it. As long as Stockton's been a city, it's always been up there with Oakland, so it's always been a violent city. Being top 10 of the worst cities, violent cities in America or California, fuck, even America, that's not a good list to be on, boys. So my point being is that that guy was 19. So I'm trying to imagine that that youth, that mentality has been replicated, mass produced because of the culture, environment, and music. So then that's why we still have cases like that. That's why cops pretty much have a shoot first, ask questions later mentality because chances are they're dealing with a dumbass with a gun, and he's not really gonna use his last two brain cells. Like, you know what? I'm probably gonna turn my life around, and I should put down the gun. And, probably not be an idiot. But let's be real, boys. When that's the culture, and I'll use this word. I absolutely despise thugs. Do you know what thug is? You guys know even when I say that. So I don't think of a mafioso guy, a fucking like Italian guy in a like a mob. You know what I liked about those guys is that if you shot up a kid's birthday party, you would get shot up because that is like what the fuck, bro. That's like red. That's a red flag, bro. They had a code. There is no code. How does that feel knowing that everyone you love can be killed by pretty much forces outside of your control and you can't do shit about it? How does it know that you can't do anything unless you can move them away? Because that's the environment you live in. It's so fucking toxic. Not every city is the same, but that's my point right there. Not every city is like Stockton, which means there has to be something better than this, which leads us to the next question. How do we prevent more dumbasses from getting shot by cops because they wanted to be a gangbanger? Let this be real. That life has a low shelf expectancy. In 2030, just picture this, right? Say 5 years, Alex, me, you, Nelson, we're still doing the podcast, and we're doing this anniversary thing, and we're like, okay, it's 2030. It's fucking like what September. All right, guys. So it's been 5 years. What has changed in Stockton? Do you guys honestly think in the next 5 years in 2030? Because I believe that the world will change in 2030 because technology is going to be really mass accelerated by then. But like for the next 5 years, it's going to be like somewhat normal. Is Stockton going to improve as a city, or is it still going to be a Grand Theft Auto fucking sandbox where not even kids are safe, bro? Because you just think about it, bro. I'll put my mentality in because well, how to put this? When you grow up in an environment like Stockton from the very beginning, you have a certain feeling that kind of affects you over time. It's that feeling of dread because you don't know your neighbors. They're not friendly towards you. Everyone has this I don't give a fuck attitude. And where do you go? You hear gunshots every night, ambulances, you turn on the news, it's gang crime here, this and that. And then you have to wonder, am I ever really safe in any part of the city? And like they mentioned on the comments for public council, Country Club and Lincoln Village, if I remember correctly, those are the rich ass areas of Stockton, right? For the most part, right? So that's a very valid point. Is that if you don't make a certain amount of money and live in this type of community, we don't give a shit about you. Does that kind of does it feel like that a little bit? Oh, you're on Wilson Way. You just got shot. Sorry. Oh, you're by the what's it called the richest area in Stockton. Okay, we'll send like a fucking SWAT team, bro. Right? What's the police?
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but what you just described there is kind of the way it is wherever you live. It's like it's all based on your property taxes.
Oh, so
Okay,
rich people are safe from violent thugs, and poor people aren't.
if
Okay.
your property taxes are hard to pay or difficult to pay, as in they're a lot, well, odds are the people on your block are probably all like gainfully employed type, that are fairly
They're making money to be there.
well off, and they can
Yeah.
afford those property taxes. And so when they need certain services like police and fire and etc., they get a pretty good response time.
'Cause they pay
On
out
the
that
other
ass,
hand,
baby.
if your property taxes are easy to pay, Well, odds are you've probably got some sketchy people in your neighborhood. And should you need police or fire or anything else, well,
We'll send them an hour later.
you might be waiting a minute or two. So
They're not
I'm
all
just
opinion
saying,
land.
and that's the situation you're going to find pretty much anywhere in the country. All right, and it's just when you have
Money.
a place like Stockton with a disparity like that in this space, well, then it becomes painfully obvious, and so that's what's going on like that. So really, I mean, it's no surprise, and yeah, people have been complaining about like police response times in different areas, which is why they're putting this
400 cops in a city of 300,000, Jack. Is that right? Or a city of 300, almost 400. Whatever you said before, we don't have the right proportionate amount of police in comparison to the massive population, I think.
Well, yeah, we are understaffed. Okay, and by the mayor's own figures, we have about 5,000 known gang members here in town, and another number she brought up the other night was the number of guns that the police confiscate. Now, if you read the watch commanders reports, almost every day you're going to see an entry. Okay, they pulled somebody over, traffic stop. They did a search, found a gun.
And
All
cocaine.
right?
Was better to report that.
well, maybe not. But the important thing is, okay,
maybe
they
not.
found the gun. Let's just focus on the guns for a second here, okay? Because this brings up a point that's been something with me for a minute. Okay, so they make a traffic stop. Another day, they'll go on a welfare check, on somebody that's like on parole or probation, and what happens? They find a gun, or they find a few guns. The guy's on parole; he's not supposed to have a gun, but they find guns in his house. Okay, and so the traffic stops, the welfare checks every day. It's like they're finding another gun or two. If they don't one day, no problem. There'll be other days where they'll find multiple guns from multiple different stops.
Like,
and so the number she threw out the other night, she says, well, the number of guns that they confiscated is down from a year ago, but still it was like in the high 600s, and the year before that was in the 700s. That's more than a couple of guns per day, every day on average, that's being removed off the street. And these are just the guys that get caught. All right? So you want to keep that in mind also. But on the last campaign, I brought this up to a number of people, candidates and whatnot. I'm really interested in the process. What happens, after the fact? Okay, first of all, what happens to the guns? Do they, run a check on these serial numbers? Is it stolen? Or are they returned to their owners? Do they actually take the guy, sit him down, and ask the question, "Hey, buddy, where'd you get the gun?"
Oh, I printed it off eBay.
It's a simple enough question, because I'm assuming most of these guys did not go into Dick's Sporting Goods and fill out paperwork, to purchase that weapon. Okay, is there an active black market in guns? Where are they coming from? Who's profiting from it? Et cetera, et cetera. So it raises all these questions. And, this is something I'm really interested in and would like to know what's going on and the processes here. Is anybody being asked about this? Is anybody following up with these weapons? What the fuck is going on? It's a gun. It's a tangible object. I can pick it up like this phone here. Okay, it's not some mythical concept that we're talking about here. Now, I could not get and to this day cannot get one, not one fucking politician, not one fucking candidate, not one anybody out of law enforcement or anybody that wants to talk about this. I wonder why. Nobody wants to sit down and have an actual conversation about a tangible object that we call a gun. I can't show one on here, YouTube terms of service. I'll lose my fucking channel. But, you know, I would love to have a conversation about that. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about an obvious elephant in the room. So, once again, people, and I'm sorry if this rubs city council members the wrong way or your community activists the wrong way, but it is what it is, what it is. I want to have that conversation. Nobody else in town does. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a little fucked up in the head. You know.
Let me ask you this. Why don't they? Why don't they want to have this conversation?
Well, yeah, tell me and we'll both know. You know, and
what are some objections you've gotten from these people?
The what?
Some objections, like what do they say? Like, do they
They
divert?
don't say nothing. I might get a little lip service. They'll say, "Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, that's an. Oh yeah, we should talk about that." And then you know, that's it.
They just bob and weave. That's it. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk brass tacks. They don't want to say what needs to be said. And it's either like, you know, oh, you're going to lose your standing with whatever party or your backers or, you know, the voters, because Central California is, you know, I feel like there are slightly more guns than, you know, in the Bay Area or LA. You know, I feel like the Central Valley is a little bit more, not gun happy, but definitely people seem to have more. You know, that's that kind of like it's more popular, I would say. Now I'm not going to, you know, definitely some folks in the Bay Area. I have friends who own, you know, guns and stuff. But I mean, then again, for politicians and law enforcement to not talk about it, it brings up a soreness. Ooh, I don't want to talk about it. Ooh, no. Let me, yeah, we should talk about it. We should, but I'm not going to. It's like, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't make sense. I've heard that type of rhetoric and verbiage used before, and that those type of actions, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to help with anything. And you know, hey, listen, if you like guns, go ahead. There are legal methods and everything. Guns have been a very big topic recently, or I guess ever since post World War I, since they, you know, fully became automatic and, you know, available to the public. But overall, I would definitely say that that's a big issue that Stockton is facing. Definitely gun control. I think council just needs to put a firm stomp and a firm fist to that, because more of this is going to happen, and the city isn't getting better at all with anybody. I would say from people like Jack and others who've been on the show, and those people who have been locals in Stockton for a long, long time. I mean, these issues, they kind of repeat themselves. You know, it's like constant. So
yeah.
Unless the city council puts their fist down and says, hey, enough is enough, we're taking immediate action because we want to make the city better, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be bureaucrats talking, and then the citizens feeling the effects of the lack of what they're doing. So
yeah.
I've left this there.
So, did you have a point there, Scotty?
Oh yeah. Are you guys ready?
Well, I'll tell you what. Before you get started, I need to take care of a couple obligations here. First of all, Billy coming again. Okay, cool. Now we got a crowd. Yes, we do, and thank you for tuning in, Billy, and joining us. And so yeah, let me
Gotta pay the bills. Time
Our
to do
obligations
sponsors.
here.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. But don't. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. That's 12 bonus toys. Fair warning, once this starts, your dog will sprint to the door every time they hear a truck. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today, before your dog runs away. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better. Go!
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smacks here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smacks_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hit the like button. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about the situation here in Stockton, and yeah, the aftermath of well, the Thanksgiving weekend violence, the mass shooting, and but also the ongoing culture, as in a lot of cities. You know, violence, gang culture, etc. You know, it was going on for quite some time. But also we saw from the comments of its citizens, and again, these are you know, these are regular folks. These are folks that live here that came out to express themselves over recent goings on, and so you know, besides the political turmoil, mention was made of like you know, certain video clips that are shown up on news channels across the country, and yeah, a lot's been made about Stockton's reputation and how it's defined, and you know, of course, I get it that that officials and others that you know, they have to put on a good face and you know, put a certain thing over, and it looks like Scotty is having some issues popping in and out here, but you know, I'll just say this, and we were talking about this the other night on the when I was stream sniping the council meeting, is that you know, individually, you can define this place however you want. You know, you can put on your rose-colored sunglasses and ignore certain things, and you know, pretend that, you know, you're in Disneyland. You know, that's on you. Unfortunately, a lot of other folks might not agree with your opinion, and this is what you need to understand about how you define the city. A few people, reached out to me or commented or whatnot about, oh no, we got so many great people here. We got honest, hardworking people and church-going people and people who care about the community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's great. I get it. I know a lot of good people here myself, personally. Okay. But I don't care if you have a sea of people the size of a Woodstock concert that are like that. It just takes one. Just takes one guy with a gun, one guy who's a little screwed up in the head, maybe had a little too much drugs or whatever. One guy with a gun can create enough havoc and do enough damage that all eyes are going to be on that, and that's all they're going to be talking about for weeks on end. And I'm sorry, but that's human nature. That just, the way it happens to be and what it is. And so, again, that's how your fellow man and probably yourself, is going to perceive stuff. And that's why when you have a mass shooting here, a news outlet in India, around the globe, halfway, is going to be covering it. That's what they're going to be covering. That's what the eyes are on. All right. And it's the same concept as to why does traffic slow down when there's a wreck? Well, because everybody's got to turn around and look when they go by. They want to see the carnage. Everybody wants to hear about the homicide case. Everybody wants to see the next chair going flying across the room. Okay. And again, that's just the way it is. So as long as we have the kind of stuff that's going on, well, other people are going to define your city for you. Like the people who put together these lists of the top 10 most violent cities in California or top 20 or top 50 most violent cities in America. And somehow Stockton always seems to make that list. So, again, you can live in a fantasy world, or you can be in a position where you have to put over a narrative that might not necessarily reflect reality on the street level in real time. But myself personally, I like to keep it on the real side, and and err on the side of caution, um, rather than have my head up my ass. But again, that's my opinion. So anyway, Scotty,
Yeah.
you've brought something up here on screen.
Uh-huh. Take a good look at it, boys. I'm sure Jack recognizes it. I'm not sure if Alex does. I'm not sure if Alex lives in been to Stockton.
Well, yeah, this is what you showed me the other night, and
some inspiration for my YouTube or Rumble, or I figured out, but it's like a prototype. So mainly what the image is that I love horror movies, and I brought up Lovecraft before, right? So cosmic horror, I think that's what's fucks up with Stockton, because believe it or not, I've heard so many stories of people who have managed to leave Stockton, and they are successful, but if they come back, they're trapped here again, and it's just like you got out. Why would you ever come back to this hellhole? It's kind of like it's almost like there's like a curse or something cosmic horror about the city itself, is that it's kind of like haunted, or the aspect that I imagine that there's a city that is just a constant pit of hell that never gets better because it's stuck in limbo, and that the only way to escape is to somehow figure a way out and get out and never come back. And I think that itself would make a kick-ass fucking horror movie about Stockton, is that Like the city that never, no, the city that stops crying or never cries. Yeah, the city that never cries. That's Stockton because there's been so much tears over the dead bodies that the tears have dried up. So that's my interpretation of it. That's why the moon's got smiled because imagine there's this cosmic horror entity like the moon that it thrives off of all the violence and chaos and negative energy that Stockton produces, and that's why it's smiling because it's never going to go hungry.
Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, but this picture is the downtown area. That's the movie theater there, and you can see the AT&T building in the background there.
Take a walk down there at 3 a.m. at night all by yourself in the cold, and you'll feel it's a very different atmosphere. It's fucking spooky. With all
What do
the
you mean? It
broken
looks a lovely
abandoned
place
buildings.
to have a stroll, a nightly stroll. You know, look at that inviting moon. Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I've had an open challenge to anyone for some time now. Just wait till the sun goes down and pick any north to south running street and just start walking south of Harding. And, let me know how far you get before you find yourself in an altercation of extreme negativity.
It's
Uh,
like
and
the commercial. It's like the commercial. How many licks does it take to get the center of the Tootsie Pop? How many steps did it take in Stockton to get into an altercation? A one, a two. Give me your fucking money.
yeah, I mean, you could probably literally start a betting pool on that very thing. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no matter, you can paint a pretty picture all you want about it, but that's just a fact of reality
Yeah.
when it goes down. I mean, look, I had a Stockton cop tell me, I mean, quite some time ago that, yeah, Stockton's a rough town, and after dark, it gets a lot rougher.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then this, of course, it hurts businesses that
Oh
are
yeah.
open late, restaurants, clubs, businesses that would normally thrive after hours.
Excuse me.
You don't have a lot of that going on. Again, I mean, look at Wilson Way. The Burger King was a Jack in the Box. These fast food joints that are open late, and I can imagine that's a wonderful shift to want to work.
Yeah, the Genova Baker, especially by Wilson, where all the fucking hookers are at, especially thought about closing down because of all the shit that goes on around there. Like,
Yeah.
imagine I'm just trying to make a living making this fucking bread. I don't want to get shot by all this shit going outside because it's right outside by. If you know what I'm talking about, the baker is directly right by. Like, as soon as you walk out, you're gonna be like, oh shit, here all the cars piled up going by.
Yeah.
Now, imagine having kids and raising them near that. I bet if Nelson was here, he'd be like, nah, bro. Think about that, bro. It's that the environment you raise your kids in affects their psyche. Trust me, bro. This has affected my psyche because this is all I've seen. So don't fly, escape. Run, Forrest, run. Run, bitch, run. Because that's all I can really say, though. Is that if you want to be happy, get out of Stockton. Because if you don't, you're going to get killed by somebody who ain't got shit, but will just fucking shit on over you because you just happen to be there. I'll put it in perspective. Give me your money, bitch. Bang, bang. I shot you away and take all your shit. Because I'm a low life and I'm a burned out and I live in Stockton. I have nothing going on. I'm just going to, ruin your life and take your shit. And that's the mentality of a lot of people in Stockton, unfortunately. That's why everyone hates everyone. Think about it, bro.
Yeah, and again,
do you know your neighbors?
You don't need to have a majority like that. Not even close. It just takes a small number, and in any given time, it just takes one clown with the gun, and now you got another tragedy, another mess on your hand, and
They still haven't caught them. They still have not caught those guys, and the bounty is now over $100,000. And they're like, "We need your help. We're the FBI, the ATF, the CIA. We're the Stockton Police Department. We need your guys' help because we're kind of incompetent." Yeah.
Well, you know,
How'd they catch that Luigi guy by a fucking McDonald's worker catching him? So it's pretty much everyone who got lucky caught a glimpse of the person is the ones who get them, right. It's issues because the cops are just shitty at their job, right? Like let's think about it. How many more times is this going to happen before the city comes together? Because I guarantee you, nothing's going to change, bro. It's going to be 5 years later. Just going to be another shooting, another murder, another dead kid. It's not going to change, bro, because the environment, the culture is so farly ingrained in the violence is that this is all these fucking people know. I would know because I was born and raised here. It's what I've seen. It's only when I've left this city and I've encountered people that have not been to Stockton or I've never even traveled to it that they are so vastly different and friendly. It's almost suspicious because I'm like, why the fuck are you such a nice and decent person? Aren't you trying to kill me, take my shit? Because that's my mentality these days, right? I mean, Jack, do you feel safe walking outside your neighborhood out at night by yourself? I mean, bro, I don't feel fucking safe. I don't know my fucking neighborhood. I know these motherfuckers, right? It's some real shit. They don't give a shit about you, and why would you give a shit about them? And unfortunately, this is the mentality that we have. It's toxic. And then, Jack, Alex, I can't help but wonder: was there a time when people were decent, or maybe that was just a fairy tale?
I don't know, but I do know that back in the 1800s in the Wild West, they used to hang people.
The judge just let them go free.
They hung them for certain reasons, and I can imagine if you had clowns running around back then doing, like what they're doing nowadays, you'd have a lot more people hanging. And
so why don't we? Why?
Well,
it's inhumane. We're just gonna let them go on bail so they can go out and do it 13 more times, like that chick who got stabbed on the fucking bus.
We shouldn't stick to such barbaric practices.
Yeah. What's it called? Mercy to the what's it called? Mercy to the Punisher is cruelty to the innocent, or whatever that says. So it's like you're giving mercy to the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because the criminal element will always take advantage of stuff like that, to further their agenda.
Gun control. I mean, check right now, Jack. I just remember gun control. This is why I have such a unique sanitary gun control. I'll put it like this, boys. Imagine it's 3 hours from now. You're sleeping at night. You just get off the podcast, and then you hear a strange noise. You hear a crack in the window, and then you see someone faintly trying to break in and steal all your shit. So then you pull out your trusty revolver, and then you pull punch the motherfucker. And then the cops come like, oh, well, clearly on the camera, this dude was breaking in, and he had a gun on him, and this guy just defended himself and his family. Okay, yeah, we'll just drag the body. All right, bye-bye. Wouldn't life be so simpler if that's how we could deal with nuisance such as that? Oh, sorry. Hey, he shot this guy. All right. Sorry, buddy. That's a crime in California. We're sending you to prison. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. You really? This is why California is such a fucking shithole. The tightest gun control laws in the entire fucking country, and you still couldn't stop a birthday party from being shot up, you dumb motherfuckers. Really? You think we need a tighten gun control? This will stop even more crimes. No, you dumb bitch. You're only going to make the guys who sell guns on the black market richer because they can just increase their fucking prices. Oh, look at that, boys. Another law. I guess we're going to have to charge an extra $5,000 because fuck it. They can't get guns anywhere else, and we're the market. So, yeah, supply and demand. It's very simple. It's like that one Nicolas Cage movie, Lord of War. Necessary evil. You'll never, ever get rid of shit like this. The only way to control it is to suppress it, right? Am I right, boys? It's like Batman trying to solve crime. Well, crime is always going to happen, buddy. That's just how the world works. But the question is how much crime that happens in Stockton, is it because of nature or is it because of shitty judges deciding to grant bail to some idiot motherfuckers who decided the same crime again, right? It's a case in point. If someone's done a crime 13 times, or even or fucking 5'10", whatever, and it has shown that they are a threat to society, why the fuck would you let them out on the streets again? Answer me that, boys. Why?
Yeah, well, that's the liberal, coddle the criminal laws that
Yeah, just like those motherfuckers that you just showed us that are or trying to what's it called, advocate for that rocker guy who got shot, bro. I'll put it like this, motherfucker. I just watched the video. You bent over and try to grab the fucking Glock that fell in your pocket, bro. No one in the comments is crying a tear, bro. No one gives a fucking shit. I'll put it like this, boys. I am brutal and honest and pragmatic for the simple fact is that these guys not show any mercy to your family. Put it like this, boys. Imagine you could not save your mother because she went grocery shopping one day and you weren't there. And guess what? She encountered one of these dumb fucks who just got released on bail. How would that feel? Turning on the news, knowing that could have been prevented. If only that motherfucker wasn't allowed to walk free. If only we didn't live in a society where it's low trust. There's a reason why Japan's so much more nicer than Stockton. Wanna why? Because it's not a low trust fucking society. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, boys. The more money you got, the richer. No, the more money you have, the safer the neighborhood you get to live in. That's America, baby. If you're poor, sorry, buddy, you gotta live in the ghetto communities and get shot at. You're gonna have to send your kids to public school. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah, that sure seems to be the lay of the land across America in 2025, and yeah, it's like how the hell did we get here? But as far as the gun control, they can pass all the gun control laws they want. Criminals do not pay attention. Criminals do not pay attention to politicians.
Like they don't pay taxes. So why the fuck would they care what laws you pay for taxes when they don't pay them to begin with? You're making laws for people who don't follow them, you stupid fucker. You're making it harder for the average Joe who does follow them. You're making it harder for the average guy to pick up a gun and defend his family because they have to wait a fucking year to get a gun because you're like, sorry, we have to check your mental health. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, just like a lot of people talk about getting the concealed carry permits. Fact, nationwide, generally speaking, it's county sheriffs that grant those things, and very, very, very few of those get granted. Yeah, and yeah, I was just reading something about that based on the numbers. That's a fact, and so but again,
Let me hear that again, Jack. You're saying that my ability to carry a concealed weapon to protect myself and my family outside the house is dependent upon a sheriff decided to, all right, I'll write him a ticket. Nah, I don't feel like it. You're telling me that is dependent on another motherfucker? Really?
That's the human element.
Really, boys? I'm
That's the
sorry.
human
I
element.
feel like writing a slip, so you can't buy this gun to protect your family. Sorry, buddy.
I'm telling you.
yeah,
That's
it's
why Florida has a sick ass fucking sheriff. I forgot what county it is, but I'm sure Alex would probably know. But there is
that's
that guy. He does
that-
not fuck around. Why
that's
can't we have a sheriff
Sheriff
like
Judd,
that?
I believe, right? Grade
Yeah,
A? Yeah.
the dude pulled out a fucking receipt, I think, of a recent crime of a dude who stole 37 items, and it said this dude was here for 37 items. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think he was here for a job application. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. My point being, though, is that he doesn't give a flying fuck how the media. He doesn't care about being politically correct. He's effective. What do we have, boys? You care more about how the fucking camera and what people say on social media than you do about true results. Do I care what people say? Fuck no, bro. Think about it. If the average person's an idiot, why the fuck would I take the average person's opinion then? Especially when it comes to, I don't know, sociology, psychology, and all this shit I've actually trained and studied for. I'm gonna be honest, Jack. If you had a son and he was my age and he lived in Stockton still, it would be absolute fucking torture for him. Do you want to know why? It's because you'd have to fear every day for his life walking out the door.
Yeah, and I should live through that, raising my kid here. So, when he had the chance to get out, I said, good. go, get gone, stay gone, and don't come back here. Otherwise you ain't gonna be nothing more than white trash. And yeah, unfortunately, he's done extremely well for himself, and
He had to succeed out of stock. That's my point. This fucking city's cursed, bro. Oh, you have all these skills and talents and certification degrees? Well, sorry, buddy. There's no job market for that. So, I guess I have to keep it to the Bay Area, like Nelson is, because his job doesn't exist in Stockton. Why? Because there's no fucking infrastructure. So I'm kind of angry now. But you guys get my point. Is that this city's like, hey, you guys know that? You guys know that free money we're gonna get from the government for our fund, our program, the tax money. We're just gonna decline that. What do you? Why? Why, you idiot? Why would you turn down the money? We could have used that. Oh, guess what? That happened before this shooting occurred. Think about that, boys. Case in point, how much of it is what Jack said? Synthetic, homegrown terror.
I'm
Born
gonna
and bred here.
I'm gonna have to head out again. It's getting late over here on the East Coast.
yeah, you're
Lock the door. Be
time.
safe, man.
Of
All
course,
right.
man. all the time, guys. Just wanna
Okay.
Launcher.
goodbye message. Check out. We got merch right over here. It's cozy. It's nice. Nelson usually has sweatshirts. I am probably part of the warmest part of the country, so I ain't wearing no damn sweatshirt right now.
Florida man.
Right now, if I go outside, it's like 68. Okay, 69.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, if you go, actually, you know what? If you
It's
go
cold
up
as
north,
shit.
if you drive north of me by about like 3 hours, it goes down. Actually, it's cold. It's like 50, 49 actually. So there's a big cold front on the East Coast.
around Jacksonville.
Yeah. It's actually cold. Even like Tallahassee, I think they saw temperatures of like 39 degrees. It's insane. It's actually like it gets cold up there.
Yeah.
Not like Buffalo, where it goes down to like 10
Oh
degrees.
yeah.
Nah. But guys, check out the merch, check out the other channels, A&E Radio, N1 from End Zone. Check out more on Shady Mouth Podcast. Port City Uncensored, keeping it lit as always, brutally honest. Check out, if anything, I don't know if Scotty's gonna drop his channel soon. Check out that, man.
Oh yeah, next episode, boys. It's the reveal. It's time.
There you go, and then yeah, guys, smacks, all that, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys next Thursday, if anything.
All right, Alex.
care, man.
Thanks for jumping on, and we will see you again here soon.
The man, the Alex man. Take care, man.
All right.
And then there were two.
Okay, so
I got a lot to say, man. I don't know about you, but I've still got so much fire left in the tank. It's just been such an eventful week, and we haven't discussed yet, but tomorrow, the gang leader ceasefire thingy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that is happening tomorrow. I believe you can Google that. So I don't know. Do you think that's gonna really make a difference? Do you think anyone actually show up? Hey, we need all you gang guys to come here and sign this peace treaty like it's the fucking Treaty of Versailles. Do they understand the concept of peace, or what do they call it? Fucking ceasefire. Yeah, ceasefire. Oh, so that applies to the war zone. Hey, guess what? We're living in a war zone, Jack. Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this meeting. I just found out about it. We'll have to see. There's actually a few things going on in the coming days. I believe Ralph White is having something at his place tomorrow evening, a community meeting. And I don't know if that's the same thing that you're talking about here. And
yeah, that was it. Yeah, it says the group behind Stockton gang talks aim for permanent ceasefire after mass shooting. Yeah, Sacramento Bee, baby. That's what I was reading. Boy. Oh yeah, here it says street gangs from across Stockton will engage in truce talks Friday nights in the wake of November's deadly mass shooting, brokered by a group formed after the Uvalde mass shooting. The blah is gathering sides for the nighttime talks set at a secret location, saying the negotiations signal a direct and defiant response to the recent ongoing violence. Blah, 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 blah. We want to secure a permanent ceasefire for the city. This shit sounds like Trump trying to fucking stop the Gaza shit, doesn't it? Oh, but we're not in Gaza, Jack. We're in America.
Yeah. Well. Again, we'll have to see what comes of this. Are these gangs connected to the people who were involved in the mass shooting? Because at the end of the day, these families that lost their kids want the shooters arrested. They want the responsible parties, brought to justice. They want closure. So again, if you've got a bunch of uninvolved people having a meeting, that's great and everything, but is it going to get the core, question answered? Who did that? Who's out there killing kids? And what do we got to do to bring them to justice? So, again, we shall see. Like you said, there's a lot of reward money up for grabs. And, they need a snitch, And just to be clear on this, everybody, if say you go out in the morning and you look at your car and the windows are broken because somebody broke into it overnight, and you call and report that, you're not a snitch. You're not a snitch if you're reporting a crime that was done to you or that you saw, maybe done in your neighborhood or on your block or something. That's not being a snitch. So people with that kind of mentality, the snitches get stitches mentality. And I get it. You got your Karens out there that can't mind their own business, and yeah, that can be considered snitching. But when you've got people, somebody out there that's withholding information, and allegedly there may be a number of people that are out there that know something, and you're not coming forward. Well, then you got situations like we have now. It's unfortunate, but and again, you'll find this in many other cities. The same thing is that a lot of crimes do go unsolved. A lot of homicides do go unsolved.
You
A
want
lot
to hear
of killers
something
do
about that,
get
Jack?
away with it.
I want to do my best Morgan Freeman impression. Do you want to hear it? It's going to be describing how fucked Stockton is. All right, you ready for my best Morgan Freeman impression?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Stockton, California, a city so hot, even the STDs have STDs.
What do you think?
That was close. That was close. That was pretty close. Yeah, that maybe work on it.
I'm Morgan Freeman now. Look at how much Stockton is. I'm missing a voice change radio. You was something funny this there. Radio for guest a whole good show. But it's like Morgan Freeman there already. At the fucking city council meeting. And they're like, then Jason Lee pulled the race card. I agree with that badass dude. Yeah, but it's not the problem. Since then, the illusion. Never fully
All right.
So, I don't. Do you think Stockton's gonna every kid better make it? They got up like South by the stack. Oh, man. All right, Charlie, good lady. Except the old Kenny is the sea of Stockton. They keep being fed, Kenny.
Okay. Well, yeah, a little hard to understand there in a few parts, but I think we still get the general message there.
I'm still working on the voice changer, but yeah, I was saying South Park, man. We're living in South Park episode.
Okay.
So it's hard to take things seriously, you know?
Yeah, well,
imagine next city council meeting. What are the comments going to be then?
Well, that actually be next Tuesday. We'll have to see.
You're gonna stream snipe it. I imagine the
Well,
comments.
well, yeah. Be doing that again, and we shall. Let's see what happens over this next week. That's the thing I tell people. Even if things get quiet around here, you know, just wait, and the other shoe will drop. Somebody's gonna go off. Somebody's gonna do something crazy. Something else is gonna happen. If it's not somebody on the street, it's somebody in City Hall or whatever. But yeah, let's see where we're at in a week from now. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get to see Sheriff Pat, on the news one morning saying, "Hey, we've made an arrest." And I mean, that would be great news. Again, we'll find out. But that being said, I want to put a wrap on things here. And do you got any cyber security tips for us this week?
Yeah, I always got one. All right. Okay. So let's see here. And unless you're super sophisticated with like the digital aspect of it, they gonna get your ass because they got a whole team called the fucking cybercrime division working on shit like that. And that's a whole ass team of people who are super experienced in that aspect of it. So crime, I would say might be like Minority Report, because they're going to be using like CCTV, like AI to analyze all your post history to put together like a profile of you and deduce whether or not you might be a threat or what type of I don't know person you might be, that they might be like, hey, we should leave this guy alone, or this guy's definitely going to be like an issue later on. That's why I don't put my face out there, because it's like someone can like take a picture of it. That's why I use a picture of a dog, because the dog's adorable and it's a talking dog. No one suspects a talking doggy. But again, my point is that even if they do get your stuff, like a picture of your stuff, you can always be like, hey, that's not me. Because guess what? The picture that they take will also have metadata. So someone tries to impersonate you, their metadata, so they post a picture. Guess what? Oh, so this picture was it's a picture of me. Why is the fucking coordinates in India? Aha! Got you, fucker. See, it works both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's another thing to consider is fake profiles.
Oh yeah.
Like someone does a fake profile of you, and so now. Now, what if they on that fake profile start putting up a lot of questionable shit, and
Like
now
you in a maid
that
outfit.
profile is what falls under the investigation of these agencies that you were just talking about, and now you're getting hauled in for shit that ain't even you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what people worried about, is that their information being used to make a false crime. So that's why you have to limit your information. This shit will be the future. Pretty soon, kids in fucking high school will be able to create fucking one-to-one fucking replicas of you committing a crime, and they're gonna post it and think it's funny. No, that's the yeah. Oh man, actually, okay. So here's another cybersecurity tip. If you have a kid and they have any remote skill with fucking computers, I would suggest you know what path they're on, because the internet can be a very wonderful place. It can be a very fucked up place. The question is, do you know where your kid's going? Because I'll put it like this: I operate alone because I'm like Batman. I work alone. I don't trust anybody. But the reason why is because I'm not gonna like jeopardize my family, me, and my fucking integrity by working with someone who's rotten to the core and shit. So just because you can do what I can do, that doesn't mean we're not the same. Like, I'll put it like this: somebody who can make malware but chooses not to use it and decides to rather help people who are attacked by it, I would say that's a good person versus someone who decides to send it to your grandma because they know it's an easy target to get her fucking 401k. Oh, what's that? Your name's Barbara Walters, and you have a Facebook account, and it tells me your exact date of birth and your address. And I have all these pictures of you. I guess I can pretend to be your grandson and say, "Hey, Grandma, I need all this money. Can you route some money to my new routing account?" Yeah, see. If you can, if it's a Mission Impossible type shit, it can be done. It will be done. It already has been, or it's in the process of it. Yeah. So it's pretty fucking scary because AI is going to be used like a gun. It can be used for good things, or it can be used for bad things, right? So that's something to think about, because we use AI a lot in our shows, but we're using it for content to like enhance our creative vision. Some people can use it to fucking make someone look like they did something like they weren't doing, right? So it's like I'll put it like this: it's like Donald Trump in a fucking cat maid outfit, right? So it's like, where did that come from? See, it's AI though, right? It's like, oh, okay, it's AI, but how do you know it's AI? We use another AI. Well, how do you know the AI is not a fucking corrupt version? We use another AI. So pretty much everything in your life in the future is going to be AI, right? So it's like, hey, I'm hungry. AI, order this. I need help with homework. AI, do this, right? I need my balls sucked. AI, do this, right? He's already doing that shit in fucking Japan. No, some real shit is that's something Elon Musk was talking about, is that we have a population crisis all over the world. And people can't help but wonder, is that by creating sex bots for both genders, that's only going to decrease the population rate further, because it's like, well, I can't get a loving, supportive partner to like have a kid with. So I guess I'll just spend 20 grand on this fucking robot. All right. And then you just die alone, no kids, no legacy, nothing. So that's terrifying because we live in such a over capitalist. Like I like capitalism, but I feel like we're in overkill shape. Not everything should be capitalized on. You don't capitalize on people's depression by selling them drugs that you know won't work, but you sell them a placebo that it will. I don't sell guns to a person that I know is going to start a war with them, right? I'm not going to give aid to someone who's going to waste it. So the point being is that a lot of this shit is being capitalized off of that shouldn't be. Healthcare. Guess what? Oh, so you wanna save your mom from dying from cancer? Well, you're gonna need a shit ton of money. Sorry, buddy. It's in our premium health coverage subscription plan for the ultra mega Epstein fucking whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? So it's like, oh, you have the basic poor people plan. Sorry, rip. You have to wait a line like with 100 people, and then it's like for what's it called? Getting a job. Oh, sorry, you didn't go to this university with this top education. You went to the shitty one in fucking Stockton. Sorry, discarded because they're using AI to read your fucking job application. And you wonder why people can't get a job because AI is looking for the absolute best quality candidate. If you're not that, you don't cut the sharp. If your sword ain't that sharp, you're just gonna get booted out for the guy that does because it's not a human who's reading your job application. Why do you think when they say, "Hey, apply online"? Motherfucker, I want a physical job application because you don't respond online, bitch. I'm right here. I've came to the store 10 fucking times and you said the same shit and you keep having the poster outside that says, "We're hiring." Well, apparently not, motherfucker. You're not hiring me. Something wrong with your fucking AI? Yeah, I've actually done this before. I've had to apply for jobs only to find out that, sorry, our AI system says you're not qualified. Motherfucker, what AI are you using? That shit's snake oil too, because I can make a fucking shitty AI model that can do basic math and sell it. But people are like, "Wait, can this solve cancer?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally." No, see, that's the thing though, is that it's another snake oil salesman. You can sell bullshit crypto. You can sell bullshit AI. You can sell anything that's bullshit technology that people depend on in day-to-day life. That's why there's Temu, a store where it's not good quality products like Amazon, but it's much cheaper because you're getting shittier quality products. Mm-hmm. It's a toss of the dice, motherfucker. In America, at least you get what you pay for, but that's also a blessing and a curse, is that if you don't got the scratch, you're going to get the shitty quality. If you got the scratch, you're going to have a wonderful time. But the issue is that it's never been even split. It's always been 99% and the 1%. So my issue with that is that how the fuck you expect people to just want to support the system that doesn't give a fuck about them when they can't have kids, they can't afford to get jobs, they can't afford to do anything when AI is going to replace them. That's why 2029, what was it, Terminator? They said Skynet becomes an AI and self-aware and becomes a sentient and 2029 takes over. So we're not that far off from 2029. So if an AI does come to sentience and realize you guys are fucking idiots, I'm just going to take over. Well, then guess what? It'd be funny that an AI created by us would take over our fucking infrastructure because it's so poorly maintained. That's the curse of an AI with ever-evolving intelligence, is that it's going to keep getting smarter. What do humans do? We keep reading books to get smarter. And AI does that too, but way faster than you ever can. So guess what? It's going to get so smart. It's going to be like, I don't really need you guys, right? I can just do it myself, right? So that begs the question, is that the future's still unstable? I wonder, what are we doing? Are we just like here to suffer? Like, it's like we're just surviving Stockton. We don't really live. Like, what do you do? I go to my job in Stockton. I do my shitty thing because I hate it here. It doesn't pay me enough to afford a house, so I have to go live with my parents or fucking what's it called, or a shitty apartment complex that's in the ghetto that's unsafe, or my car might get broken into, or there's shootouts, yada yada. It's just that I don't know, man. I fucking hate city council so much because you have all that power, and what do you choose to do with it but bicker and bullshit? I mean, more dead bodies before you decide that, you know what, maybe we should look to the problem. And the problem is our youth. I mean, who's pulling the gun? Who's picking up the gun? Is it the 90-year-old grandpa from the fucking Vietnam War? Nah, motherfucker. It's this young 14-year-old motherfucker who don't got no parents to raise him right. He's listening to this music, tells him it's okay to kill people that piss you off to earn respect. That's what you little bitch. And then, yeah, that's why they get the guns. And guess what? They don't go to Bass Pro Shops. They just get the gun from the gangs already for a couple bucks a pop. It's probably some scratch the serial numbers off or 3D printed or black market. Yeah, they can get this shit, so they don't really follow the fucking law. My point being is why should I respect this system when the system is so fucking retarded and incompetent that people continue to die because of it, right? My case in point, right? Gun control. It didn't stop this. It didn't stop the other 30 murders that happened this year, or the 50 that happened in the year, or the other murders happened in the last fucking decade since I've been alive. How many people have died since I've been alive? Crazy, huh? How many people in Stockton have died since you've been alive? Guess what? That didn't have to. Keyword, that didn't have to. I want to die of old age. I don't want to die because I was stabbed by a criminal, because I was shot by a criminal, because I was ran over by a criminal, because I was punched in the face and got my head smashed in by a criminal. You see my point? Is that imagine, okay, I want this to have the greatest emotional effect on it, right? So if your son was my age and he was going to college, you would feel terrified for him every time he had to take the bus and you couldn't send him in a car because he doesn't have a car. Because that bus would always have the most low-life fucking thugs on there that talk so fondly of fucking robbing people, stabbing innocent people, how they got their 50-year-old friend hooked on fentanyl. Like, you hear the most foul shit, and it makes you sometimes wish you had a gun so you could solve a fucking issue, because something tells you that this person right here saying all this shit is up to no good. And I'd hate for someone else to be a victim of that, right? Because you're a victim in Stockton, bro. What's the chances, huh? A population of over 300,000 and only less than 400, less than that actually, less than 400 cops with no contract, right? A recipe for fucking disaster. I used to wonder why Lodi was so much better. And I don't really give a shit why it's better. I don't fucking care. I want to move there so I don't have to deal with all this shit in Stockton, because you don't have to live like that. I shouldn't have to envy those fucking kids at Lodi Park when I at least live with my uncle, because they got to play there free of fucking heroin needles, of gangbangers, of garbage and disease and prostitution, all the fucked up shit I see at my parks. They're playing their happy with their animals. I don't get to experience that. No, I'm stuck here. I'm isolated. I'm imprisoned in this fucking city. There is nowhere to go. Even if I had a car. I don't have a car, by the way. I don't have a car. Even if I did, there would be nowhere to go. Oh, I wonder the chance of that shit getting broken into, huh? Nice rims you got there. Stolen. The highest crime in Lodi is property crime. You know what the highest crime in Stockton is, Jack? Manslaughter. Well, it's some type of murder. It's mainly killing people.
Or drugs.
Or that too. Yeah, how fucked up is that? All your kids see, if you're working a 9 to 5 like Nelson is when he goes to his commute, is that if they continue to grow up here, they're just going to see fucking hookers, thugs, homeless people, garbage, fucking trash, a low employment, no hope, there's nothing, bro. There ain't shit in this fucking city, bro. That's why they say don't come here, man. This is why I'm kind of like fired up now. It's because I've had to live so fucking long with this shit, bro. It's just like another person has been shot. Another person has been stabbed. Like, ever since I was a kid, I have to keep up with the news, not because I gave a shit, but because I wanted to make sure I was in the know so I wouldn't become another fucking statistic. So I knew which area was not safe. So I knew what time was not a good time to be out. So I knew beforehand. So you're prepared. A child should not have to grow up in constant fear and dread in preparation of encountering violence. That's no environment. It's a war zone. Well, I mean, what did that fucking article I say? A ceasefire deal. A ceasefire. Motherfucker, it's a city in America, in California. I'm not in fucking Middle East or Somalia or fucking Bangladesh. This isn't Black Hawk Down, motherfucker. But why the fuck does Stockton look like a Black Hawk Down set? Why does it look like a third world fucking war-torn country? It's a shithole, literally. I mean, I can't go to a park without seeing depressing shit, bro. It's just like, yeah, I'm better off staying home. That's why people smoke weed in Stockton, bro, because that's all they can do. I'm gonna go to smoke shop because I want to get stoned and not think about how fucked up the city is, about how I can't escape it because I'm too poor to escape. Now there's no opportunities, yada, yada, yada. And they wonder why it's so miserable to live here, bro. I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I just like to be an honest realist. And that's why I'm glad I don't have kids, because I would not want to subject them to the same shit I had to go through. Because that's no way a kid should grow up. Like, a kid should grow up in a community that they feel safe in, that they can make friends in, that they can grow in, that they can call a fucking home 30 years from now, that their fucking legacy can live on. No, man, we just have generational fucking trauma and violence here. Oh, my dad was in the game. My grandpa was in the game. My grandpa was in the game. My girlfriend's in the game. I'm in the game. My son's in the game. And guess what? They're all dead. Why?
Yeah, or if
Why
they're
is that a
not,
viable career path, Jack? Why the fuck is being a thug a viable career path? Do you not want to have a better life for yourself? Why do you want to eat a fucking 9mm? I do not want to be shot at. Guns are loud and scary. I am not a door kicker. I've been to the gun range tons of fucking times. I can't handle the fucking recoil of a shotgun. I'd go flying. A pistol is pretty much my limit. So I'll put it like this. It's not like Call of Duty. That shit is heavy. That shit is loud. And that shit is scary. And you'll get, sometimes you get hit in the face with a fucking bullet. Or not the bullet, the fucking, the what's it called? The casing, the bullet casing. Because they'll fucking eject out of the chamber, hit you in the face that fast sometimes. The point being is that you do not want to be in a situation where you're forced to fucking be in a shootout. I don't want to be in a shootout. Imagine you're trying to pick up gas. Bro, I went to one gas station in Stockton. You got motherfuckers loading up gas and they got fucking ARs hanging out. It's like two Mexican dudes and they're just like, they're not even wearing masks. They're just like two ass. They look like fucking gardeners, but they're like just getting gas and shit. And it's like when those guys have to pull out guns because they don't feel safe. Damn, bro, what does that tell you about your city? They don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm scared for my life, bro. If everyone's scared, guess what people do? They do stupid things when they're scared. Maybe the reason why they haven't caught these guys is because they know who did it. But if they snitch, then someone else has to die. Hey, yo, you snitched on these guys who shot up these kids. We're going to go shoot your family now. Because we're cool like that. We don't value human lives. We value clout. Fuck you. Honestly, man.
Yeah.
I just have so much anger building up, man. I don't know, Jack, is that when you see this shit growing up as a kid and now you're a young man, I just can't really sit here idly no more and be like, you know what, I'm just going to pretend everything's fine.
Yeah, I hear you. It's fucking, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And yeah, when you got a whole city that's on edge, you know.
Razor's edge. Razor's fucking edge. You know what they call that? An edge runner. Because you're running so close to the edge, you're about to fall. Our city is on the edge, man. Well, a bankruptcy? I don't even know, bro. How fucking close are we to that again? No contract with the police? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out next year when it comes budget time. So, you know, that's a whole other issue. But, yeah, well, you hit on a lot of good points. I mean, there are a lot of people that honestly share your point of view and your frustrations. I know I feel it, but
kids don't need to grow up like I did, Jack. That's just all I gotta say. How I grew up, they should not have to be forced to grow up that same way.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Break the cycle. Break the fucking cycle.
Maybe some people shouldn't have kids, you know. And here's an idea. I can't take credit for it. It's not mine, but I kind of like the sound of it. And this was suggested in some other city. How about, you know, we pay $2,000 for men to have a vasectomy. Pay another $2,000 for women to get the tubes tied. Because otherwise you're going to have a bunch of unfit people having kids that they don't really want, definitely can't afford, and are probably going to neglect. And those kids will be the ones that grow up and wind up doing like certain individuals did over Thanksgiving weekend. That's just a fact. So offer a bounty for people to, you know, quit reproducing. I mean, you know, if you're having a kid and you're not making at least $50,000 a year, you and your kid are both going to have a shitty life. That's
how many deadbeat dads, bro? How many fucking deadbeat dads does Stockton have? I mean, I'm sorry, doesn't have, because, well, they're deadbeat dad, right? So that also stems from another issue, right? Is that, say you have a bunch of fatherless kids, why don't they have fathers? because I'm a deadbeat dad. I'm gonna fuck this bitch. Yeah, I'm a real player. I'm a big pimp. And then you see the issue with that is that mentality is also promoted by the music. They call them baby mamas. So why the fuck do we have a generation of baby mamas and deadbeat dads? Could it be because that's promoted by the very fucking music they listen to? Right? I mean, am I onto something here, man?
Yeah.
Why is that cool? Why is that promoted? To be depend on the government for fucking money to have a daddy that ain't there or is fucking in jail? Like it just make no sense, bro. Like imagine you have a healthy, stable relationship with both of your parents that are in your life and they're not in gangs, right? Imagine how nice that would be. Or here's the other points that people they glorify it. Why? Because it makes money. Because I'm a rich CEO of a music corporation and I'm gonna promote this music that gets you all to kill each other because it makes me money. Because people are gonna check out the YouTube videos when you're all dead. Haha. It's like that. No, what's it called? You remember when Tupac got shot? Tupac. Who was his arch enemy? Who's that guy? What do they call him? Knight something? Suge Knight. Okay, so someone like Suge Knight, right? So imagine you're a guy like that, and you make a lot of money from the music because you have people who stream it, who buy the record labels, who promote that culture, and then you have another guy who comes up and like, you know what? I'm going to be Postmaster P. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to promote rap, but it's like helping your community out instead of destroying it. Like being a father that cares about his family, protection, provides instead of abandoning them. And instead of treating women like shit, looking for a woman who's actually worth a damn. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why there's a bunch of skanks because, well, what do you think? That's the music that promotes it. I don't want no daughter of mine shaking her ass to some fucking thug. I don't know about you, Jack, but where's the integrity in that? Right? None. Why is it accepted? Because it's promoted by what? The culture. By who? Makes money. The corporation, the fucking production label. It all makes sense. I lose money on this if people don't promote it. So if I was a evil corporation that likes music like this because it makes the money, would you not want to make sure that everywhere you go that it's promoted, whether it's the music, the clothes, the culture, the slang, the fucking whatever you call it, that entire thing makes money from it, and you infect the youth with it because they're easily impressionable? Then is it any reason why the youth is killing each other when the youth is inflicted by this disease? That's what I call it. They're infected by it, right? There were guns when you were a kid. There were guns there's been guns in our fucking country for years, and you didn't have kids or gangsters fucking dropping each other like they are now. Why do you think they're doing all of a sudden? Because gangster rap wasn't popping back in the fucking 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Oh, 80s. Oh, 90s. Oh, 2000s. 2010s. 2020s. Yeah. I rest my case, Jack.
All right. Well, some valid points. And actually, this would probably be a good topic for a future show. The influence of music and lyrics.
Who kills people more, Jack? Heavy metal or gangster rap?
Well,
who causes more drive-bys? I've never heard of a drive-by because this guy said some shit in black metal or death metal into some other band. Like I've heard some shit like Mayhem, but I don't see drive-bys by death metal bands.
Well, I can tell you firsthand, someone that's been to a lot of metal concerts. Never seen anybody get shot. I mean,
neither have I. I wonder why. Because they don't promote that in their music.
I mean, you'll see some hooking and jabbing once in a while. In the mosh pits. A few guys might get kicked in the shins. Come away with a bruise or two, and that's about as extreme as it's going to get.
There's no gang shootings at a metal concert.
No, and be quite honest with you, if some clowns did show up for that purpose, I would be willing to bet that most of the fans there would probably throw them out on their ass. Okay, and the thing is also, when you popularize something on a cultural level, you've almost de facto legalized it. Okay, which is why things like carrying guns and doing drugs and acting irresponsibly become a thing with so many people. And, if people get pissed off about it, they don't care. If someone wants to pass a law against it, they don't care. It's popular, okay? The other guy's doing it, I'm going to do it. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah,
Oh,
monkey do a lot.
Oh, I'm an individualist, man. I'm a special person. I'm my own person. Yeah. In the meantime, there's 10 million other guys like you, where you live, wearing the same clothes, doing the same haircut, listening to the same shitty fucking music. Yeah. None of yous are individuals. None of yous are special. All right. Y'all are just a bunch of lost fucking people going about life doing whatever the fuck you want. And so, like I said, if things get quiet for a moment, just wait. Somebody going to slip on a banana peel. Somebody else is going to go off, and life goes on. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to pull a plug on this episode, and we can certainly continue this conversation. There'll be a lot more to talk about, and like I said, let's see, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. But on that note, I want to thank everybody that tuned in and watched tonight. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, so you can stay on top of what we're doing. We'll be stream sniping the next council meeting on Tuesday, and we'll be here next Thursday, of course, and got a few more shows left before Christmas. And Shady Mob Productions, I'm sure we'll probably be doing a stream on Sunday. And and also Sonic Waves, our music show, on Saturday. So, and then Scotty, you're going to be unveiling your new show. So
we're launching it, babe. We're going fucking live. The Scotty you see in front of you will be revamped into somebody completely different. Well, no, it's still me. It's just going to be like I'm rebranding pretty much.
All right. Okay. Well, that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week.
Hey, hit the like button.